On the topic of course, like, how do we support ourselves with income during times where we are not able to work because this process is so demanding. This is not a uncommon theme at all. It can really be very challenging. It's very common. So I'll give you some of my own takes. Um, they're a bit extreme in a sense, but basically, I looked at my life and I said, okay, clearly there is God's hand in my life influencing this process, transforming me, healing me. I have some gifts, I have some inclinations towards service in some way. So I just said, okay, God, clearly you're transforming me. Seems like you're transforming me for me to serve. You know what I need in order to do that. So I give it all up to you. Just take care of me. And God said, absolutely. That's a fair deal. We'll take care of you. And so my arrangement is, God, you know what I need to do the work that you want me to do. If I don't have what I need, I can't do the work that you want me to do. And then, you know where to find me. I'll be just, sitting under a tree in the park, sleeping on a bench. Like it's basically what I just said. And God said, yeah, don't worry, you won't have to sleep on a bench. It's all going to work out. And miracles just start happening to allow me to continue to do this work. The downside is I had to give up my life. Whatever I wanted, I had to give that up and say, God, use me. I don't really, know what to do with myself. I just give it all up to you. And so that was the extreme sort of deal that I made, which just helped me to just be free from the pressure of having to figure it all out on my own, right? So I contextualize my life within this process, within being called to do some form of service. So for me, it's kind of obvious what I'm meant to do. It's this type of work. For others, maybe not so clear at this point. Um, you may be called to serve just by being, the greatest partner, friend that you can be. And in order to do that, you will need some means of being able to support yourself in order to do that. So you can still make the same arrangement. You can say, hey, God, if you want me to raise my kids in the best way, well, I hope you can support me in doing so. And then interesting things start to happen. And that doesn't mean that, like, you win the lottery. It can mean also that opportunities, ideas, inspiration begin to come to you. And you kind of go through the process of finding your way to what it is that you're meant to do. Another thing you can do is if you like to relate with, the archetypal energies of the Divine Mother. We have in Hinduism, Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and prosperity. So some people think that, if you kind of invoke Lakshmi, you chant to Lakshmi, you bow in front of a statue of Lakshmi, you can ask for, a Rolex or a Lamborghini or whatever. Maybe she'll give you that. I don't know. I think that really Lakshmi is there to support those who are ready to serve God, and she will give you the means in order to do so, to serve God, to carry out your dharma, your mission, your purpose. If having a Rolex and a Lamborghini is part of that, well, then maybe it will come, but likely she'll just support you in so that you can complete your work. And I think that's completely reasonable and fair. You say, God, I will serve you, and God says, okay, we will serve you so that you can serve us. And then it's like a great uh, exchange between, you and God. But it takes courage to have such a thing. It's going to involve processing all of the cultural conditioning, all of the stuff that maybe our parents told us about what it means to be supported here. Maybe our parents told us that support is very hard to come by. And, we're not really worthy of it. So take whatever you can get, cling to it, be frugal, live in scarcity, be afraid. And so we have to kind of undo a lot of that conditioning, and that can be very challenging, right? Um, Another thing that came to me once was, in meditation, very simply, I asked Lakshmi, I was able to relate with some of these archetypal energies and the goddesses. And so I invoke Lakshmi with the Lakshmi mantra, and Lakshmi is there, and she's massive, beautiful, sits in this like lotus flower, and we're facing each other. And so suddenly I ask her, I say, show me how to be truly, abundant and prosperous. And in asking her, I began to, in this sort of visualization or meditation type mystical experience or whatever, I don't really know what it was. I began floating up, and I spun around, and then I landed on her lap. And so we're both sitting together facing forward, and I'm in her lap. And I thought, wow, I'm in Lakshmi's lap. But actually, I kept descending. I didn't just sit in her lap, I actually descended completely into her body, and I became Lakshmi. And then from there, what came to me was the word give. Just give, right? So this is how we become truly abundant and prosperous. Just give. Keep it flowing. Keep it flowing. And in order to give, you need have to have something to give. And so I think the Lakshmi will provide you with what you need to give. And it like that, it kind of just unfolds and works itself out. This is just me talking here. I know some people are under a lot of stress right now. We've got bills. There's like, uh, real life shit happening. So if my ideas are too airy fairy for you, I understand. Maybe you have to, hustle a little bit, and that may be part of it as well. But just keeping these ideas in the back of your mind at times, chewing on them a little bit can help. On top of that, I know it's not for everybody. I love the teachings of Abraham Hicks, manifestation, these types of things. I love it. I live it every day. It's how I kind of orient my life. It's very simple. It's not magic. It's just feeling gratitude for what we have. And when we feel gratitude for what we have, we go into a vibrational state of gratitude. We drop resistance, scarcity, lack, and naturally more things to feel grateful for come. So it's and even if it didn't come, feeling grateful feels good, so you win anyway. So I hope that can help a little bit, but just know you're not alone. Like this process will bring you to like very difficult places in order for you to really find how powerful you really are. Yeah.